So we're at the Daughtery Hill Wildlife Area, the Daughtery Hill unit, camping on the other side over on Collins Lake. And I got a campsite that butts right up to the other side of this particular unit of public land. I've never been here before. Last time I was fishing at Collins Lake with the boys. I took a superficial look because everything on the other side, once you get to Collins Lake, on the other side of the dam, everything's Daughtery Hill Wildlife Area. And this is the other side. I came here first just to check it out, mark the location. You'll have the GPS coordinates for this. But the turkey hunting's great. From what I hear is there's a resident deer population. But then in late October, they come down and they migrate down into here. So I'm really not sure how the deer hunting is going to be. I heard it might be good during the archery season. So this is the last weekend of archery turkey season. So I'm not going to access it from here. I'm going to access it from Collins Lake. But I'm going to go in, hunt some turkeys, and look for, more importantly, I'm going to be looking for deer sign and see what kind of deer I can spot. But it's just pretty cool. Got a couple of these placards. Grazing in wildlife areas. Home on the range. But cool. In this spot here, there is no overnight camping. They have a hunter's report box. And but yeah, this is pretty cool, man. I like the terrain. I like how it's broken up like this. But once you get into the back there, that's when I see a deer right now, I think. Is that a deer? Yeah, I think it is. I'm gonna get my binoculars. Let's check this out. The Augustus McCrae. Nope. That is not a deer. Got me excited there for a minute. Seeing deer right at the trailhead would be good. But no deer. But that's what you got to do, man. I mean, e-scouting it, scouting everything, asking questions on the internet, all of that is irrelevant, because on the internet, you get people that are deceptive and will tell you that there's nothing in there. You know, they'll tell you, you'll hear that about any piece of public land that you try to go hunt. And if there is no deer, go see for yourself. That's what you got to do. You got to pick the public lands you wanna learn. E-scout it. Look on Google Earth. Get the GPS coordinates of the trailheads. Go to the trailheads. Make sure to start with the trailheads. Make sure they're accessible. And then just, you got to put your boots on the ground and you got to walk in and you got to start learning. First thing I like to do is I like to get up high and glass and spend a day just moving from top of the ridge line to ridge line and glass into it and see what I can find. And so let's go on over to Collins Lake and I'm going to show you the other access. Another thing, if you choose to do it, is those power lines go all the way through.
Head south on Dolan Harding Road toward White Oak Lane.
You drop out here, walk them power lines. Once you get back in there, you kind of cut north and you hit Collins Lake. It's a definitely good way to access this area. Look on your map. Look on your Onyx maps. Look for these power lines, and maybe develop a plan that involves, cutting through a lot of that thick stuff. Okay, here I found another little access point that really wasn't on the maps. I marked my location on my Onyx maps, and I'll share that with you. Looks like a place where you could park, state wildlife boundary, because this is private right next to it. So there's a big patch of private land next to it. So have those Onyx maps so that you don't walk on the private property, but this is definitely another access point. In fact, this access point might bring you up to get up also into those power lines. So look in the description box for the GPS coordinates reference. The GPS coordinates reference. Let me try it again. The GPS coordinates referenced in both Google Maps and Google Earth. You could also copy and paste it, put it into your Onyx maps, and mark this location as well. So let's keep going. Let's go to Collins Lake. So let me show you the camp. Got the Augustus McRae here. The public land is right up that way, but they want you to accept it, access it by going down this road, and there's a trailhead there. But the border is right there. Got the hammock set up, table going, and got everything set up. What do we got here? Oh, look at that. Ham and cheese. But yeah, I'm gonna eat, have some lunch. I might go fishing this evening. Maybe, man. This guy's just over here fucking weed eating an empty campsite. It's like he works here. I guess that's cool to do after 5 o'clock when people are gonna start making their dinners and relaxing for the evening or whatever they're doing. I don't know. Some quail. I don't know, man. A lot of doves and quail. So the campground, my campsite is right down there. And when I got to this gate here, I looked. This is on public land. This is a old road that used to go through here. I tell you, there's a lot of dove and quail in the area. That's for sure. But in the morning, I'm gonna jump over. And I'm gonna probably head in that direction. It's uphill there, and it's uphill over there though. But so I'm gonna kind of go around in the morning and come around to the other side of the hill and see what's back there. But I don't feel bad about using this gate. Not out of where I'm camped. You can see right here, down there, the white van. Just right down here, there's no other little campsites right here or anything. And there's a gate right here. It's meant to cross over. So I don't see any reason, you know, especially with my bow. So this is where we're gonna go in tomorrow. And we'll see what we can find. Here's the van again. That was just right back up there. That gate's at 80 yards, 75. Not far at all to access it. So this morning while it was dark, I got up and I twisted my ankle going down this stupid little hill. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pack up some fishing gear and I'm gonna go across the dam and I'm gonna glass off into the public land. And while I'm going across the dam, maybe drop down a little bit and do some fishing. Hopefully come back with more information and a few fish. Okay, so if you're trying to access the Daughtery Hill unit public land from Collins Lake, this is the little parking area that they want you to park in. And you go past that gate and you continue on for about a quarter to a half mile, I'm guessing. I haven't been back there yet. And then you could access the public land. This is the dam, and you could walk across the dam. When you get across, you hook to the right, and you could access it like that. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna walk on down across the dam, or partway across, and I'm gonna glass, see what I can see from there, what the view looks like, if I could do some glassing. And then I'll probably find a spot to fish here right by the dam. So let's check it out. But everything to the right of this dam, it's all public land. And then here on the other side, empties out down into the creek. So the next question is, are there trout in that creek? I imagine there are. Now here's a path. Takes you right along down. Possible way to go down there and access it. Looks like that creek flows pretty good after the spillway. There's a path that runs right along there. That'll take you all the way down to it. So I dropped down off the dam, and I found a nice little flat area right here. I got worms and power bait, so I'm gonna throw a big old juicy worm on there and throw it out and forget about it for a minute. So videoing's gonna be kind of hard. I'm on a steep embankment. It really is hard filming these things by yourself. But I enjoy it, or I wouldn't be doing it. It's actually my brother Mike's rod, one of his rods, and he gave it to me before he moved to Florida. So I started with a worm because that's his bait of choice. Nothing can resist a fat night crawler. All right, that feels good. Archery season in the A-zone starts in July. And then you got what we call A-zone later season hunts up in the B and the D zones, and the draws. I'm not drawing this year. I'm gonna hunt with some friends up in the D zones. We're not sure where we're going quite yet. But then I'll be hunting A-zone. Might go up, do a little hunt up around Les Lake. I might do some bow hunting here. Never know. But no sure plans, just a lot of framework to put together. So I'm gonna stick with this spot for a couple hours and see if I can't catch a fish. So those people there said they've been trolling all morning and haven't caught anything. And a couple guys are walking up on the levee, and they said they caught a couple of bass on the other side, but no trout. Trout are down low because the water temperature has changed. So So I just talked to the security guy, and he's off-duty fire department. And so I questioned him about the fence and whether or not, if we're camped here, if we can go and access it. And he says yes, you can access it when you're camped here. Or They want you to buy, if you're going to come in here and not camp, you got to get a day use permit. But I mean, if you're just going to cut up for the day, the people that are camping here anyways are probably going to want to access there. So but that is a definite access point, as well as the other ones that I've shown you. So it's perfectly fine, and they're good with it. The little part of what he was saying also that I left out is that if you are a rifle hunter, you're with a firearm, the firearms have to be unloaded, kept unloaded until you get onto the public land. That's all they ask. Don't, you know, make displays of firearms and things like that. Just be low key, have an unloaded firearm if you need to cross up into there. And once you get up into the BLM, go ahead and load your firearms. Hot dog goodness, huh? Nothing better than a Nathan's hot dog with some cheap American cheese. Anybody grow up on the welfare cheese when you used to get the big blocks of them? Melted down. Melt down some government cheese. Your fondue has become a fondant.
Hey, are you a big fat bastard who loves eating at Outback Steakhouse but thinks the portions are too small? Well, good news, fat ass, because now there's the Outback Steakhouse Extreme. We don't have a bloomin' onion, we have a bloomin' pumpkin. You know what else we got? Elephant steaks, 50-pound elephant steaks. And why don't you wash it down with 40 ounces of malt liquor and ranch dressing, you fat Outback Steakhouse Extreme.
Punish your toilet.
Man, I am tired. Look in the description box. In there, you're going to find the California Department of Fish and Wildlife, Daughtery Hill Wildlife page. Click the link. It's going to bring you over there. You can read all about it. Also, I have the GPS coordinates of all the trailheads that we covered, referenced in both Google Maps and Google Earth. You can also copy and paste it and put it into your Onyx maps and save it that way as well. You have all the tools that you need to come here, pick a trailhead, go in, hike, learn it for yourself. If you're a new hunter, ask for advice. Come over to California Public Land Hunter on Facebook, sign up, we'll get you in, ask all the advice that you want. But nobody's gonna go in there and do the scouting for you. You have to do that. Another thing I'd like to say about Collins Lake, I don't think I'd ever come back here again to fish. I think the best thing I found about the campground was these campsites that you find up on top of it that border the public land. These campsites would come in handy if you want to come in here and hunt for a week or two. Now the price is upper 30s, low 40s per night. So it'd be worth it probably maybe if you went in with some couple guys and wanted to hunt this place for a week or two. But as for the fishing, I don't think I'll ever come back up here just to fish. Well, I am packed up and I'm on the way out of here. If you're still looking for yesterday's footage and you want to see what's on the other side of these trailheads, you're just gonna have to look for yourself. You're gonna have to physically come down here and hike in there. You have all the tools that you need. If you like this video, hit the like button. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. If you'd like to make a contribution to the channel and help keep me on the road, you'll find a PayPal me link in the description box. Well, thanks for watching, and we will see you next time on California Public Land Hunter. See ya.